Hey guys, it's Sheri Richardson from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, SheriRicherson.com, and biannualblogathonbash.com, and welcome to our daily vlog. The joys of owning an old house. Those of you that do know what I'm talking about. When one thing goes wrong, it seems like 50 million go wrong. We did get our internet turned back on today. So thankfully that is working. I still can't get into my Tailwind dashboard. It refuses to load. So, and I've cleared my cache and I've cleared my history and, I've done everything that you can do. So I think it's on their end. I have reached out to help again and let them know that none of those typical things that you do are working for me. And then, while all that was going on, Jeff found out the reason there's no electricity in the basement is the plug-in went bad. So he was going to fix that before he went to work. And when he got into it, the plug-in is wired wrong. I have no idea how it's lasted this long. I have no idea why we haven't had a serious issue. I'm really glad we haven't had a serious issue. But the wiring is opposite of what it's supposed to be. So, I guess you just never know. So, then I was thinking, that was one of the last things that Jerry wired in this house before he passed away. And he did have a tumor. And I'm thinking, gee, maybe we better have all the wiring in this house checked in case there's more serious issues going on that we know nothing about. In other news, the house next door is for sale, and Kevin's going to come and take a look at it, and I'm really hoping that he can get financing to buy it. I'm really nervous about who might end up buying that house. I've had really issues with the neighbors on either side of me since they moved in. I really don't want to have another neighbor move in over there that thinks that they should live in a gated community and expects this property to be neat, tidy, and the gardens to be formal. Because certainly that is not my style. I really am about, leaving places outside for frogs and butterflies and birds and, nature. I don't like snakes and spiders. I realize that they are all a part of the bigger picture. But I understand that if these wild critters don't have places to be, they're going to eventually die off, and that's going to be a huge problem. So I try very much to plant things that help them, pollinator plants, plants that provide food and shelter. And I try very much not to keep my grass cut at 2 inches. I mean, it's not, insanely tall. But when I mow, I usually cut it down to, I think the number on my mower is like a 6. I don't believe that grass has to look like it's on a, golf course. And I certainly do not spray. Like I said, I think people are a little too uptight about things. And they don't look at the big picture of the damage that they are causing by being this way. So I'm hoping not to end up with another neighbor that, like I said, expects to live in a gated community. And I'm also hoping to not end up with one that thinks the answer to everything is spraying Roundup, because I already have one of those. It really would be nice if somebody more with my mindset bought that property over there. It certainly needs a lot of work. There is 5 acres of poison ivy and Canadian thistle that has to be dealt with. The previous owner did not mow, did not tend, did not anything. And those two have taken over. They've gone to seed every year. And I can't begin to imagine the nightmare that dealing with that and getting rid of it is going to be. You know, you can't really put livestock back there because that's not fit for animals to be eating on. So definitely an issue, but one that I think the right person could get under control and handle. It is certainly big enough that someone could homestead on it. You know, it's double the size of my property. There's a little over 5 acres over there. And it's a 4-bedroom home, which needs work. But, you know, like I said, the price is really great on it. If I thought I could get the financing, I would just buy it myself and solve the problem. I'd let one of my daughters move into it. But I feel like it would be problematic for us to try to buy it at this point. We have a few more bills that we need to get paid off. And given that we already have a mortgage, I think taking on a second mortgage would be possibly detrimental to us. So, especially not knowing, you know, what the situation is with Jeff's health. And, so I'm going to have to stand back and just hope for the best on whoever buys this house. It does have a working outhouse. One of the people over there looking yesterday, we were talking about it, and she asked me if I knew, and I said, no, I've never been over and looked. And so we walked back, and she opened it up, and it's actually really clean. I was surprised how clean it was, but it is an actual outhouse. So, I found that interesting. That's what I had kind of suspected, but my other thought was, well, maybe it's a well house. The door on it was definitely coming apart. So, you know, like I said, the house needs work, but most older houses do. This one's from around the 1900s. And definitely a lot of potential there for the right person. So anyway, guys, I guess that's it for me today. Please subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.